rook went to e8, and now where is Alireza going to go? Is he just simply going to... I guess Magnus wants to activate his rook, obviously. Maybe Alireza will simply just move his bishop back just to not have this constant threat. Because there could be ideas now of going rook e4 and threatening this knight. We can see that this rook cannot threaten the knight because there's no square for the rook to go to. But this rook could absolutely threaten the knight. So yes. Lots of baba booms in this position. There are. It's my new favorite word. I don't know where I got it from. I don't know where I got it from, but I really like this move. So here we see it. Rook e4, the move that I was just talking about. So rook e4, you're threatening this knight. And now the threat is very simple. You want to go takes and takes. So you have to figure something out. But now you can go for the move. Bam! f4. What does f4 do? It blocks the threat of this knight. Is Firouzja going to go for that move? No, he goes for f3 with the idea that you're threatening the rook, you're defending the knight, and if you take, this is not hanging anymore because the rook is defending. So he goes instantly rook e2, now trying to get some counterplay. Look at Magnus, he's doing everything to get some counterplay. Pawn hanging, not really hanging, but almost hanging. Now the threat is for sure to go... No, exactly, I cannot take. So you go rook a2. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's some counterplay that Magnus is getting. Yeah, bishop g5 looks really good. Now you get this, look at this beautiful knight. This knight is as beautiful as a flower. I don't know. This knight is beautiful. Knight can go up to the center. Very beautiful knight. And then not only that, okay, look at this. Okay, we need to deal with this. This is a situation that definitely has to be dealt with. But after we've dealt with this situation, I want to get a rook to the e-file, maybe like this. We want to get a rook to the e-file, we want to go d6, and then we just want to checkmate this king. Those are the things we want to do. So the king is trying to escape. I really like the idea of going rook e1, d6, and then just literally trying to checkmate. That is what I like the most. But we're going to see if he goes for that. We're going to see if he goes for that. So Alireza is thinking right now a little bit. The game could be decided very soon. I'm also right now checking how it is going between Vladimir Fedosev and Levon Aronian. It looks like Fedosev has a much better position, and this is a crucial game because if Fedosev wins, it's going to give him great chances to get out of the bottom two and for Aronian to finish in the bottom two. So, how did Noterback go from winning to completely losing? It's the art of freestyle chess. Everybody's confused over here. Okay, we're gonna move on to see what Levon Aronian and Fedosev are doing. We're gonna leave that game over there. This is an important moment. This could be the final moments of Levon Aronian's current position. We see that Levon is kind of looking around. I mean, look at look at this king. Like, if you've ever seen a sad king, this is literally the definition of a sad king. The king is so sad. This pawn is hanging. Levon goes for this check. There's only one move to be made. Literally, we're seeing a rook sacrifice over here. A rook sacrifice by Vladimir Fedosev. But it's not a rook sacrifice. It's going to last too long because you can even just go b3 and you're threatening to check and then make a queen. And what do you do to stop it? You check to give yourself a few extra moves, but what else do you do? We see queen takes f6 though, no counterplay. Now, yeah. Oh, am I counting the pieces wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. Fedosev has so many pawns. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize how many pawns Fedosev has. That is crazy. Okay. Yeah. So many pawns. Anyways, the queen is now also very strong over here. The queen is just coming down. I guess he's going to go a takes b4, but I mean, queen b2 check. Like, is this not a checkmate almost? What is going on? There's 93 check. You actually end up winning the queen. I think, yeah, we're going to see how long this lasts. He does take over here, queen b2, and now 93, everybody. Look how beautiful. And he's going to win the queen, and we might see a resignation. We might see a resignation, and we do. There we go. We saw a resignation, and bum. Levon Aronian loses to Vladimir Fedosev, and this is huge because Vladimir now gets 2 points, and now Levon is going to be the sole last person on just 1 point. So, yeah, yeah, this was a huge game. It's going to be tough now for Levin to get out of those bottom two standings.
Create content for people and search engines with SEMrush SEO Writing Assistant. Get your copy SEO ready. Strike the right tone. Ensure unique plagiarism-free text. And it's a perfect tag. Get SEMrush to create content that ranks.
This is Alireza Firusha. Alireza is doing fantastic. This king is boxed in. This king is so boxed in that we don't even know what to do with a king this boxed in. Like, yeah. Yeah, this is a very boxed in king. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. Like, you can even probably go. You can go to so many different places. You can go bishop e7 check, for instance, and then if king over here 95. Like, there's so many moves. He ends up going h4. Now we see bishop f2. If takes and rook takes. Wow, you can go rook c3 and look at this. The threat is to checkmate, and how do you even stop it? The only way of stopping it really is to go like rook c5. Wow. And then you can just go rook e7 and then just pick everything up. Like, this pawn is going to get picked up. This is really nice. Okay, so bishop f2. Let's see what Firusha does. He has 21 seconds left on the clock. Very little time left on the clock. Let's see what he does. So rook e7. He's getting the rook up! And he blunders! He blunders! There's rook c1 check! He had to go bishop g7, but he goes rook g1 to get himself out of, king g1, sorry, to get himself out of any checks. But now there's rook c1 check, and after king g2, it's going to be repetition because he misses that if there's going to be a checkmate. It's not a win anymore for Alireza Firusha. Magnus is going to be able to get this back. Wow! This was huge. This was huge. Firusha with a huge blunder. Magnus is not losing this game anymore. It looked as if Magnus was completely boxed in, but he has to go king g1, and it's now repetition. Magnus is back in the game, and he's gonna get a draw out of this. And just the checks. Look at that. Look at that. Just the instant checks. And Firusha knows it's a draw. And he's annoyed. Obviously, he's annoyed. He had the chance of beating Magnus Carlsen, and now this king g1 move is going to destroy those chances. Wow. Chess is brutal. Chess is absolutely brutal. This one little mistake just changed everything, and it becomes a draw. Game is finished. And look at Alireza's face. Look at his face. He's thinking back and seeing through the whole game and going through the whole game. And Magnus with such a clutch draw over there. Like, that is such a save. That is such a save. And obviously Alireza is extremely upset about what just happened. And Magnus probably very, very, very relieved. He's reflecting. He's drinking water. He's reflecting just like we all do after a game like this. Sitting down and drinking his water. Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Okay. All right, let's check out how it's going between Fabi and Hikaru. So let's check that out. Hikaru now getting a better position versus Fabi. This could turn the tides. This could completely turn the tides, everybody. Fabi before was leading, but if now Hikaru wins, this could very much change the standings and the position. So bishop c7 was the last move. Let's see what is happening here. I mean, Hikaru is just a pawn up, but Fabi's king is also very weak. So, yeah, the bishop goes up to c3. The bishop is very good on this diagonal. Okay, and now what else? 43 seconds, 42, 41. Fabi has to come up with something. This would really change things because Fabi could have won the previous game, and he would, you know, if he loses this game, it's obviously going to be really upsetting for him because he could just have half a point more at this point. So, yeah, let's see what he does. These two pawns are so strong. This pawn is really good for Hikaru too. The only thing that Fabi has is this pawn that could, in a certain moment, become a good asset for him to get this pawn to push as well and get, yeah, this one to become maybe a passer. But look at these central pawns. Like, Hikaru must be enjoying life right now. These two pawns are just living life and they're very happy. Okay, time to drink some water, chat. I don't know how my mom commentates for so long without drinking any water. I actually don't. I actually have no idea. I'm gonna have some water whilst we're checking out what is happening over here. The king goes back to e8. Okay, I'm gonna try to open this up. Okay, the king goes up. And what will Hikaru do? They're under a minute now. They're under a minute. I got some fancy sparkling water, which in my opinion is way superior to still water. Yeah, they're giving me the fancy water. Oh, we have Andrea over here. I'm getting eye contact with Andrea. Andrea's coming in. Okay. Andreas is coming in soon, chat. That is very fun. We're inviting Andrea Botes into the studio to see what she has to say. 5 minutes, yes. Okay, sounds great. Andrea's coming in 5 minutes. I mean, people are really hearing me. This is crazy. People are really hearing me. Okay, I wonder how much they're hearing out of everything that I'm saying. Okay, it doesn't matter. Glowing Star, thank you for the 9 months. We have on the board knight d7. And what happened here? Wait, Hikaru went for this move. d6, threatening this bishop. d6 threatening the bishop. And why could we not take? Because there's e5. And if you take like this, there was bishop takes f6. Wow, what a beautiful move. d6, but the question is, will this become, the pawn become strong or a weakness? But now Fabi losing another pawn, 3 pawns down. It is not a fun position to be in, 3 pawns down, but d takes e7, sorry, 2 pawns down, sorry, just two. So d takes e7, but this pawn very weak as well. Is this defendable? Can you go? I mean, if king f7, I guess you cannot take here yet because the knight is hanging. And this pawn is pretty weak too. I guess actually Fabi does have a little bit of counterplay in this endgame. So it's not like it's completely a lot better for Hikaru, but obviously very nice to be 2 pawns up. Do the players hear me too? Chat, if the players heard me, we would have a big problem. Oh, this was not sparkling water. This is not sparkling water. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we're seeing this really fancy bottle for just regular water. I thought it was at least sparkling water. Okay. All right. Anyways, doesn't matter. Why do we do these really fancy bottles for just plain water? I don't. Anyways, doesn't matter. So that's a different story. I guess it's nice to have beautiful presentation. Whatever. So we're seeing a trade of rooks now. The position is definitely changing. Knight f4, trade of rooks, and now knight f3. The knight is hanging, and I think for Hikaru, I think he's quite happy that the pawns are so spread out, because the more spread out the pawns are, the more difficult it is for Fabi to be able to protect all of the pawns from promoting. So, yeah, knight g2 was played now, and king g6, b4, and I do not like fancy water, chat. My personal opinion, water most of the time tastes the same. Maybe I don't have really strong taste buds, I don't know, but to me water is water. As long as it tastes fine, it's fine. So I mean, yeah, if it's gonna be a fancy bottle, it's fun if at least it has like some flavor or something. But I guess maybe I'm weird in that take. Doesn't matter. The king is going up all the way to h5. Fabi getting a very active king, but the issue is these 2 pawns. These 2 pawns, let me tell you, they are stronger than a queen. Why? Because they're going to become a queen pretty much. Like, these 2 pawns, very strong, especially if the king gets so far behind over here. These 2 pawns can literally just push, and it's going to be impossible for this bishop alone to prevent the 2 pawns from promoting. So we see b5, bishop c7. Now immediately to prevent this pawn from pushing, which makes sense. And now, okay, the knight and this bishop are coordinating really well to prevent the pawns from pushing. And this knight is right, this pawn is also right now hanging. So it's going g3, Fabi playing a lot of really fast and good moves. The bishop goes up over here, and wait a second, what happens if takes and king up? This is a tricky position. What is happening? Hikaru going for a very forcing line, and Fabi now has to make a big decision. Do you keep the knight or do you trade it? He trades it, king takes d4, and can you go king g4, or is this too dangerous? This is really difficult to calculate with such little time left on the clock. With just 20 seconds, calculating what pawn is going to be first is almost impossible. But now king takes g4. This king is going to be coming up. I guess what's going to happen is that the knight will sacrifice itself for this pawn, and then the 3 pawns will win. That is obviously what Hikaru wants, but he makes a mistake. What happened? He should have gone here. He should have gone e5 and kept pushing. He went back, bishop b6 check, and now bishop c7 was the best move. But bishop d4 was played, and now there's an opportunity for Hikaru to go h5 with the idea that after takes, you can go king f3 and now pick up this pawn. And this endgame is really difficult to defend because of how fast this king is. Will he go h5? Yes, 5 seconds on the clock. He does it. Hikaru finds the best move in the position. h5, fantastic move. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic move. And now, yeah, it's going to be probably just completely winning. But Fabi had this one chance of going bishop c7, which was important to get the bishop on c7 to forever defend this pawn. Now you cannot do that. Let's say you go bishop over here. Well, then there's going to be b6 or literally like any move. Let's say you now go, can you go something like this? You're going to go knight e3. And yeah, this is going to be picked up. I don't know if you can just, yeah. I guess this is what's happening. It just gets too fast. So probably Fabi is going, he does go bishop e5, which is what I thought, and then knight e3. Maybe we'll see bishop c7. Obviously, if like you're able to just get one of these pawns, it's a complete draw because you can trade this bishop for the pawn. But with the 2 pawns from Hikaru, it is a tough question. So now I guess Fabi's going to try to push this pawn. He's saying, hey, if you move here, I'll go king h3. Like if this, you'll go bishop d4, and then you'll start, you know, pushing down this pawn. There's definitely ways Hikaru still can go wrong, especially with 5 seconds. But he goes king g2, which is a very good move to prevent any counterplay of king h3 and this pawn being able to push. So what can Fabi do now? What can Fabi do now? Will Fabi go king g5? Will Fabi go, yeah, he's going king g5, probably to get the king up to the other side. So he's going to try to go king f4, probably. The knight goes up. Where does the king go now? Let's see, king g4 maybe. Will we see that? 14 seconds left. Now the king goes back to g6, but now this pawn is going to be starting to push. And after knight b4, knight c6, I'm not trying to defend it. King gets closer. I think we're going to see knight b4. Now we're seeing b7. Maybe king here. And then this. Yeah. Now knight b4. Knight a6. It's going to be... I mean, I guess maybe there's bishop. Can you go bishop here? The idea is that then if knight a6, I wanted to... No, you can't do it. I just wanted to be able to sacrifice the bishop somehow. At the same time, bishop c7, and now if knight a6, yeah, I mean it's should just be completely winning, but Hikaru finds king f3, and now after king f3, where do you go? Okay, time is ticking for Fabi. Is he gonna resign? Is he gonna resign? 3 seconds, 2, 1. He makes a move with a couple seconds on the clock. bishop d6, and I just want to show the engine thinks it's plus 67 for Hikaru. Plus 67 after knight c6, because there is just, which honestly I'm quite surprised, but, or, well, maybe not. Okay, he resigns now. He resigns, so Hikaru Nakamura beats Fabiana Caruana. Fabi, who is having such an amazing tournament, amazing tournament, but now loses to Hikaru Nakamura. He was winning against Gukesh. He could have won that game. Now he loses. Definitely not the way he wanted to start the day today, with a half a point out of 2 after the amazing performance he did yesterday. Hikaru now getting closer to catch up. Every point here is so important. So this was a huge win for Hikaru. So good job to Hikaru. We're going to see what the other results were, because we were stuck on that game for very long. Alireza and Magnus drew. Yeah, Vladimir Fedosev beat Lavan Aronian, as we know. And then Vincent Kamer and Gukesh ended in a draw. It literally ended with king versus king. Look at that. And then after that, we also have Sindarov, who beat Noterback, now putting Sindarov in a big lead in the tournament. And we're having right now Andrea. Andrea Botas is here. Chat, should we say hi to Andrea? Should we say hi to Andrea Botas? They're arguing. Andrea and Alex are arguing about something. Anyways, guys, in the meantime, the current standings are these. Let me just reload it so you guys get to see. I don't know if you guys are hearing the arguing. They're shouting. Okay, Javakir Sindarov leading right now at 6 points, followed by Fabi and Alireza on 5. And then Magnus, Vincent, Hikaru are on 3.5. And then Gukesh on 3. Noterback on 2.5. Vladimir Fedosev on 2. And now he has the chance to catch up.
Sorry, we were having an important discussion.
I heard you were having an important discussion.
I hope the stream didn't pick it up.
Can I ask what you guys were arguing about?
No, it isn't. Did stream hear it?
Hello.
Hi, guys. We wanted to just pop by.
Hi,
we had some funny. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no. They heard. We keep having the same argument every week. Oh, this is such a pretty setup.
Which is cute.
Oh, you used your
Dude,
camera, that's why it looks so better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm using my
we
camera.
have a funny story. Alex, do you want to maybe...
Do you want them to take the chairs?
No,
You
no,
can
you
sit.
sit, you sit.
I'm just thinking so we can be head level
Okay.
with you.
I can
Maybe
be
this
here.
maybe the squad is better. Okay, so we just went into the playing hall to film some funny shorts. And one of them